In the shadowed depths of that ancient hall, the air thickened with a palpable tension. Ling Han's bow hummed softly as he drew the string, and with a sharp, whistling release, the arrow shot forward like a silver streak of lightning. It cut through the air with impossible swiftness. A fleeting spark of hope aimed directly at the bizarre demonic beast that slumbered upon the floor. Though this arrow lacked the devastating might of the legendary annihilating dragon star, Ling Han could sense the latent power coiled within it. Even so, it was enough to test the beast's patience. A thought flared in his mind. Had he unleashed the ultimate arrow, the consequences would surely have been cataclysmic. The arrow collided with the creature, scattering sparks of fiery brilliance, only to ricochet harmlessly off its crimson form. The demonic beast stirred, roused from its strange, rug-like repose. With a shudder that rippled across its sinewy form, it rose, and as if awakening from some illusory dream, it reshaped itself into a magnificent tiger, 30 meters in length, 15 meters in height, its scarlet fur ablaze as if lit from within. The aura it exuded was suffocating, the raw energy of a beast both ancient and untamed. Shock rippled through the gathered prodigies. Xiao Cici's arrow had struck true, yet the creature remained untouched, its indifference a testament to its overwhelming power. Whispers spread like wildfire among the onlookers. Demonic beasts are unpredictable beyond measure, one muttered. Another suggested, perhaps we draw it away before attempting to breach the gates. The plan crystallized swiftly. Duan, Quan Lixuan, and Su Jing would provoke the beast, their skillful maneuvers allure, while the rest prepared to confront the sealed doors. Every participant was a paragon of their era, executing strategy with cold precision, leaving no room for hesitation. Ugly, come chase us, Duan taunted, but the tiger remained lethargic, its gaze almost dismissive. Only after repeated barrages of origin power did the beast's patience snap, erupting in a deafening roar that shook the ground as it lunged. The trio scattered, weaving through the terrain in a deadly game of evasion, while Ling Han and his companions turned their attention to the colossal gates. Blows rained upon them. Peng! Each strike a symphony of force against unyielding wood and metal. Yet, despite the combined might of their peak mountain river tier cultivations, the doors remained immovable, mocking their efforts. Xiao Cici's keen eyes caught a glint of gold amidst the tiger's burning mane. A key dangled from its neck, small yet unmistakable. The revelation ignited a new resolve. We must defeat the beast and claim the key, she proclaimed. Heroism surged through the group. Hesitation gave way to determination. Even Shui Yanyu and the spear-wielding man stepped back, understanding the peril that lay in interfering with such a formidable creature. A signal brought Duan and his allies racing back, their curiosity turning to grim comprehension. Guanrong explained, the key rests on the tiger's neck. No shortcuts remain. Only battle can grant us entry. The 8 prodigies positioned themselves with unwavering courage, their collective aura a beacon against the encroaching darkness. The tiger advanced, each step resonating with the power of 80 divine patterns etched upon its scarlet hide. Its presence alone was akin to an 8-star genius, an apex of power no single cultivator could confront alone. Ling Han, Xiao Cici, Su Jing, Duan, Quan Lixuan, Xiaowuk, and the others braced themselves. Their combined might, though extraordinary, still skirted the edge of insufficiency against this apex predator. I will hold the front, Ling Han declared, his voice calm but resolute. Agreement rippled among his companions. Even as Xiaowuke's pride stirred, he yielded to the logic of strategy. Ling Han's indomitable physique made him the linchpin of their assault. Drawing forth the divine demon sword, Ling Han charged, a streak of pure intent and lethal grace. The tiger's paw descended with the force of a mountain, striking him squarely. Pain blossomed within him, a fountain of blood marking the ferocity of the strike. Bones shifted, some dislocated, yet his origin power hummed, restoring his frame in a testament to his extraordinary resilience. He rose, unbroken, and surged forward again, slashing with a speed that churned the very air around him. The prodigies watched in stunned awe. Ling Han endured blows that would fell any peak mountain river tier cultivator, yet pressed onward, his attacks relentless. Still, the demonic beast proved equally unyielding, its body impervious as if wrought from the finest godly metal. The transformation from a pliant rug to near indestructible armor was bewildering, an enigma of martial might and mystical art. Each clash resounded like thunder, yet neither combatant yielded. The battlefield became a symphony of energy, steel, and fur, a testament to cultivation's infinite depth. Ling Han's mind raced, calculations sharpening with each strike. This was no mere beast. Its form, defenses, and stamina bespoke the craftsmanship of level 5 godly metal, animated into a puppet of terrifying precision. Only such an artifact could withstand the concentrated force of mountain river tier cultivators, even those at the zenith of their power. Understanding this, he adjusted his tactics, channeling strength to restrain the puppet while his companions unleashed their ultimate techniques. Every strike aimed to weaken, to find a flaw. Yet the demonic tiger's indestructibility proved a relentless barrier. The stage was set. The prodigies locked in a dance of skill, power, and strategy against a foe that blurred the line between creature and construct. The air crackled with the friction of martial force, the scent of burning fur and ozone mixing in a tapestry of war. Each heartbeat carried the weight of destiny, each movement a step closer to claiming the key that would grant passage. In this moment, the hall transformed into a legend in motion, a martial tale where the extraordinary became reality, and where Ling Han and his companions embodied the living spirit of wuxia heroism. Standing undaunted before the incomprehensible might of the demonic tiger, beneath the vaulted shadows of the ancient tomb, the 10 cultivators faced a formidable guardian unlike any they had encountered. Ling Han's sharp eyes flicked over the massive, sinewy form of the demonic tiger, its aura bristling with unearthly power. "It should be a puppet," he murmured, voice laced with contemplation. "Otherwise, one would need to form the 5th mountain river just to reach 8 stars of power." His companion's voice echoed with disbelief. "If it truly had mastered the 5th mountain river, I doubt such a being would consent to serve as a mere gatekeeper." Yet the reality before them was undeniable, a machine of wrath and steel, immune to pain, devoid of weak points, and sharpened for battle. Puppets, as they knew, had no vulnerability save for the faint dimness of their intellect. Ling Han's mind raced. How could a creature whose defenses surpassed the peak of mountain river tier be overcome? To destroy it seemed impossible, yet inaction was not an option. "There are 2 paths," Ling Han finally spoke, the gravity of his words hanging in the cold air. "First, the puppet's movement is bound by time. Persist long enough, and its assault may cease on its own. Second, we need not destroy it, only claim the key it guards." Nods of understanding passed among them. The plan was clear. Survival relied not on brute force, but strategy. Xiao Sisi stepped forward, her bow drawn with elegant precision, arrows streaking through the air toward the demonic tiger's glaring eyes. Her volley of strikes was relentless, as though wealth and practice combined to make her arrows inexhaustible. Ling Han sighed, admiration mingling with urgency. The princess of the Thousand Frost majestic empire wielded her bow with imposing mastery, leaving him no choice but to remain at the forefront, a bulwark against the tiger's wrath. Behind him, Duan and the others turned their focus to the collar draped around the beast's neck, the key gleaming at its center. They struck with unyielding determination, testing the resilience of the enchanted metal. With each resounding clash, confidence grew and their attacks intensified until finally, after countless strikes, the collar began to yield. Yet one fragment alone could not release the key. Another strike was required to sever the final bond. Ling Han gritted his teeth, the assault of the tiger battering him with the might of a consummate 8-star warrior, close to the terrifying power of the Sun Moon tier. His body, though reinforced by the indestructible Heaven Scroll, trembled with exhaustion, healing itself against the tide of mortal limitations. "We're close," he roared, the words barely escaping over the thunder of combat. Xiao Sisi joined the fray at long range, her arrows finding their mark with deadly precision. Sword rays, saber rays, and fist rays danced across the air, striking the collar relentlessly. Hour upon hour passed, each moment a testament to their perseverance. And then, a sharp metallic ding split the air. The collar had finally broken. The lower half fell, carrying the coveted key with it. Ling Han leaped back, putting distance between himself and the wrathful guardian. Duan and the others seized the moment, retrieving the key and racing toward the massive doors that barred their path. With a turn of the key, the ancient doors groaned and shifted, granting passage. "Run!" Ling Han bellowed to Shui Yanyu, urgency slicing through his words. One misstep could mean failure, one lost ally a catastrophe. The two weaker members dashed through first, followed by Xiao Sisi and the remaining companions, while Ling Han circled a great pillar before charging ahead, propelling himself through the doorway with the tiger hot on his heels. The demonic tiger unleashed a roar that shook the very stones, swiping a massive paw toward Ling Han. His reflexes flared, drawing forth the ultimate arrow, its form radiating origin power, a brilliant stream of light condensing his cultivated might into a single piercing strike. Pooh! The arrow struck the tiger's paw with tremendous force, veering it slightly and allowing Ling Han to vault past the threshold. Peng! He hit the ground beyond the doors, every fiber of his being spent. The ultimate arrow demanded the entirety of his energy, yet within hours, his cultivation would restore him. The demonic tiger halted at the threshold, restrained as if by an invisible barrier, its roars fading as the massive doors sealed behind the 10 warriors. Silence followed, broken only by their collective breaths. They had forced their way into the tomb's inner sanctum, yet Ling Han wondered if this trial was merely the opening stage of a greater test. The hall that stretched before them was vast, dominated by a solitary stone tablet standing proudly in the center. A voice, smooth yet teasing, echoed from its surface. "Congratulations for passing the first stage," it intoned. Shock rippled through the group, mingled with irritation. Ling Han discerned the mischievous tone immediately. A remnant of consciousness, left behind by the tomb's master to toy with the living, still carried the arrogance of a supreme cultivator. "Want a reward? If you do, beg me!" The voice continued, provoking both ire and incredulity. Ling Han considered the logic. Rewards were due regardless of begging. Silence fell, a cautious truce with the tablet's audacious jest. Finally, the stone's tone softened, conceding, "Fine then. Rules are rules. I shall give you a little reward then." A subtle calm replaced the teasing malice, marking the end of this stage's first trial and the beginning of their next challenge within the tomb's labyrinthine depths.